The Earth isn't flat.
And we know it for a long time. Pythagoras, around 600 BCE, was among the first to suggest that the Earth was spherical. Not because he had proof, but because he believed spheres were the most elegant shape in the universe. Then came Plato and Aristotle, who began observing the world more closely. They noticed ships sinking hull first beyond the horizon, stars changing with latitude, and during lunar eclipses, Earth's shadow on the moon was always, without fail, curved. These weren't guesses, they were signs, clues. But it was Eratosthenes in the 3rd century BCE who turned observation into calculation. He compared the angle of the sun's rays in 2 Egyptian cities, Alexandria and Syene, on the same day, using just a stick, shadows, and simple geometry. He estimated Earth's circumference with stunning precision. Over 2,000 years ago, the math was already telling us the Earth was a sphere. But still, this knowledge didn't stop people from imagining Earth as something else entirely. For centuries, many still believed in an Earth that was flat or stationary or surrounded by celestial spheres. The world was full of mysteries, and myths often filled the gaps. But with time came tools. In the 16th and 17th centuries, a wave of thinkers and scientists built on what the Greeks began. Copernicus, Galileo, Kepler, and Newton brought a new level of understanding of motion, of forces, of the shape and behavior of celestial bodies. And with Newton's discovery of gravity, it all clicked. Gravity pulls mass toward its center, shaping it into a sphere, more precisely an oblate spheroid, slightly flattened at the poles. Earth wasn't just round, it was round because of the laws of physics. By the 20th century, science had gone far beyond theory. We launched rockets. We sent satellites into orbit. We stood on the moon and looked back. And what did we see? A globe, a sphere, a blue breathe-in planet wrapped in clouds. And yet in the second half of the 20th century, Samuel Shenton founded the Flat Earth Society in the UK, a group that rejected centuries of science and embraced a literal interpretation of ancient cosmologies. Despite the launch of Sputnik, the moon landing, and the satellite age, the group gained a small but passionate following. Over time, it faded, but in the internet era, it returned, louder than ever. Some began to claim that all of it, science, photos, astronaut, satellites, was an elaborate lie, that the Earth was in fact flat, and that we'd all been fooled. So, were we? For thousands of years, humans observed the sky, measured shadows, and followed logic to understand the shape of our world. But today, we don't just rely on ancient math or philosophical reasoning. We have modern, measurable proof. Let's start in the sky. Air travel alone defies flat Earth thinking. When pilots plan long-distance routes, they don't fly in straight lines across flat maps. They follow great circle routes, the shortest distance between 2 points on a sphere. That's why a flight from Los Angeles to Tokyo arcs northward over Alaska. To passengers, it looks like a curve. To the Earth, it's the shortest path. Above them, satellites orbit the Earth, held in motion by gravity and our planet's curvature. Geostationary satellites, for instance, orbit 35,786 kilometers above the equator, matching Earth's rotation so they stay fixed over a single point. They're what power GPS, satellite, TV, weather forecasting, even parts of the internet. Your phone's ability to pinpoint your location to within a few meters? That's thanks to signals from multiple satellites positioned around a curved Earth. And there's the Coriolis effect, a force caused by Earth's rotation. It's why hurricanes spin in opposite directions in the northern and southern hemispheres. It's why long-range missiles must account for the Earth's spin. You can only observe this pattern on a rotating sphere. No flat Earth model has ever explained it, because it can't. Then there's gravity, the invisible force shaping our planet. Gravity pulls evenly toward the center of mass, and over time, that force naturally forms a sphere. Not a perfect one. Earth bulges slightly at the equator due to its rotation. We call this shape the geoid. Not a perfect ball, but an oblate spheroid. It's been measured by satellites, confirmed by physics, and modeled in every major space agency on the planet. And finally, the most undeniable evidence. We've seen it. Since the 1960s, humans have left the surface of Earth and looked back. We've photographed it from the moon, from satellites, from the International Space Station. Apollo 8 gave us Earthrise. ISS astronauts orbit the Earth every 90 minutes, witnessing 16 sunrises a day. They see the curvature with their own eyes. The Earth is not flat. It's not hidden. It's not theoretical. It's not a trick. It's a globe, measurable, observable, provable. A world shaped by gravity rotating through space, more beautiful and complex than any myth could imagine. For over 2,000 years, humans have asked, what is the shape of our world? And again, the answer has been tested, measured, and confirmed. The Earth is round, not because someone told us, but because it's what the evidence shows us. From Eratosthenes' geometry to Newton's laws, from the curvature traced by pilots and satellites, to the photos sent back from orbit and beyond. And yet in the gaps between facts, myths still try to grow. In an age of science, the flat Earth idea returned, not as discovery, but as doubt, fueled by suspicion, not by proof. But the truth didn't change.